Hello, Aquarius. I am Jaja, and welcome to Cosmic Mirror Tarot. Today, we are going to get into your February first 2 weeks, first a couple of weeks twin flame reading. I have already pulled a past life oracle, so I'll get into that. This is for anyone with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North to South Node, also Mars. We forget about Mars, I feel like. Mars is how we take action towards things. Alrighty, Aquarius. The first card that I pulled from your past life oracle is the Father card. This card really talks about healing generational curses, generational wounds around father wounds, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read from the card. It says, this card indicates that your father in this life was with you in prior lifetimes. Any issues you've had with your father likely began long ago. Look at the cards that you have drawn prior and after, as they will yield clues about the previous lives that you two shared. He may not have been your father in those lives, though, as souls continue to reincarnate together in different roles. To break any negative patterns with your father's soul, be willing to release old anger or forgiveness. This can be conscious or subconscious, emotional energy stored in your psyche. Just your willingness to clear toxic relationship energy is enough to initiate the healing process. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean that you approve of the person's actions. It simply means that you're no longer willing to carry around anger energy. By releasing the past, you subsequently heal the present and future. If you totally forgive your father and yourself, you no longer have to reincarnate with that soul, unless you choose to. You retain only the lessons, growth, and love you share. As an added benefit, the healing work that you do with your father helps all of the relationships you have with men. Love that. I kind of hate this, the word daddy issues that people throw on women. I mean, it's a valid thing, right? But it takes the blame away from an absent father. Now, when I say absent father, I don't necessarily mean, my dad went out for cigarettes and milk and never came back one day. That is, your dad actually leaving is an abandonment wound. There is also, I feel like, something that needs to be healed with us collectively about the paternal figures in our life not being emotionally present. That is just as wounding as a physical absence. Now, what's interesting is I did pull two of the Kipper deck cards, and I got change in the reverse and occupation in the reverse. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense here of someone really, really needing to work on changing their view of their father's either absence or whatever harm was done to them. I am going to go, do you want me to do, they want me to pull tarot and they want me to do the romance oracle at the end. Yeah, I think, I'm a big proponent of forgive your parents. They did the best that they can. My parents had me really, really young, right? And so having to, just accept the fact that, at 18, 20 years old, they were not mature enough necessarily. They did a really good job. I mean, my brother and I do very well for ourselves. So I just feel like, though, as I was going through therapy, I had to walk this line of, not hating my parents for the stuff that I didn't get as a child, that I needed, because it's like they did the best they can, and they did a really good job considering, how my brother and I turned out. And so I feel like Spirit wanted me to share that because if you're struggling with forgiving your parents for something that was done with you as a child, at some point you're just going to have to come to the realization that, either they didn't get the same thing, they were operating from their level of understanding, and as we all do, right? And it's not that they're bad people, it's just that, You know, it was something that for us to, as a lesson and a blessing to get over. And that for me is what healing generational curses are. It's the stuff that, you know, my parents did to me, their parents did to them, their, you know, my grandparents' parents did to them, kind of thing, that like someone has to recognize, like, hey, this is a toxic pattern within our family. Like, it's time to heal this, right? Um, Buying your kids Gucci belts is not healing. Um, Generational wounds. So I felt like that needed to be said. All right, Aquarius. Whew, Jesus. I know which Aquarius this is for. This reading is not going to resonate with all Aquarians. I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't know if okay. I don't know if this person has like a rising sign in Aquarius or the moon sign is Aquarius. But anyways, there is the overall energy is the Knight of Wands, and this is not giving me, you know, being starting a brave new beginning. This is giving me Knight of Wands energy, which is, you know, in and out of people's lives, heavy sexual energy. There is the Ace of Cups crossing it, but it's giving me baby. So I don't know if you are pregnant or if someone you know is pregnant. Um, but it's definitely giving me baby. Now, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, we have here someone who's trying to get... No, they're telling me someone who's overthinking. And it's pinging off of what's in the subconscious, which is the Seven um, of Pentacles. This is also giving me drugs, y'all. Um, Lately, in certain reads, the Seven of Pentacles has been giving me opioids, like the little pills. And there's something about like the bush. I don't know what a poppy plant looks like, but that like every once in a while, when I see this Seven of Pentacles, it's like poppy or opioids, right? In the past, you have the Emperor. I'm curious on what this is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. In your outcome, you have the Hierophant. So you do learn some type of lesson. Now, with your current attitude being the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this also gives me drugs. This is codependency, right? The Nine of Pentacles upright is an independent, you know, boss woman, right? It's pre-Empress energy. The only pentacle that she's missing is the Ace of Pentacles, which is love, right? And that would make this Nine of Pentacles an Empress. But in the reverse, this is codependency. Okay, and it is pinging off of the poppy seeds here in the Seven of Pentacles. So in your attitude, you have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. There is something that you're not trying to leave behind. I don't know, and it's pinging off of this Hierophant, so maybe a relationship or a commitment that you are just not letting go of. In your hopes and fears, you have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I know what Spirit is telling me with this, and I am going to, but I need to clarify. In your future position, you have the Temperance in the reverse. It's never good to have an angel in the reverse. And again, I'm going to clarify this because I know what Spirit is telling me, but I just want, yeah. Temperance, at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords in the reverse as well. Again, I know what that is. I'm just going to let's just start clarifying. Spirit, what is this Ace of Cups and Knight of Wands? We have the Devil in the reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. It's weird because these cards almost like don't even go together. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's because the Devil in reverse could be like trying to unchain yourself from the devil and gain confidence, right? Um, and stability in a family. Okay, now I see what it's saying. I suggest, Aquarius, that you go and look at the Capricorn reading that I did, because I'm getting the same feeling here. Where in the Capricorn reading, the Knight of Wands came up several times, along with the Six of Wands, which is like someone who thinks that sex and attention from the opposite sex, or if you like the same sex, whatever, sex and the attention from other people is what love is. I'm getting a sense here that someone is in Knight of Wands energy, which is, you know, sleeping around, blah, 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 blah. And maybe, I mean, the Emperor is in the past, so maybe you found someone, or maybe you were hoping to get a love offer, you know, off the ground with someone, but it's like you're still in this Knight of Wands energy. Do you get what I'm saying? But your hope was to unchain yourself from that Nine of Wands energy and step into this. It's crazy because then it flipped upside down. I kept saying, like, I feel like this Queen of Wands needs to be upside down on top of this Nine of Wands. But it's like your hope was to be the Queen of Wands, which is someone who's strong, confident, knows what she wants, gets what she wants, right? Like, this is the boss, right? Is stable, has, you know, is able to overcome those generational curses, is able to build wealth and a family. You know, this is generations of family and structure, right? There's also a hope here of getting out of the mental prison, and I think what's required there is, you know, taking this Ace of Cups and making it about self-love. You know, maybe, you know, really work on getting out of this Knight of Wands energy, and you know, that may help. Spirit, what is this Emperor in the past? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Star card, and the Six of Swords. So whoever this person was to you, they have stopped communicating with you. They're healing. They've moved on to calmer waters. They're holding back from you. They're trying to build somewhere else. I'm seeing possibly with a King of Cups. There's like 3 different men here. Now, the Emperor is every king in the deck, so maybe that's what it is. And it could also be just trying to stabilize their, this person has moved on and is holding back because they're trying to heal, I'm hearing. But, yeah, let me see. What is this Nine of Wands in the reverse? You're feeling left out in the cold by this person. You feel like it was a missed opportunity. You're not happy about the broken partnership. Let's see, Spirit, what is this Nine of... That's too many, Spirit. What is this Nine of Pentacles? Yeah, you're really thinking about the past, and you're really trying to unload some burden here. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who is just emotionally unbalanced. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of getting that from the clarification of the Ace of Cups with the Knight of Wands, where it was just kind of like almost like self, not being able to realize the self. There's no, with the Six of Cups in the reverse, it's like, and this is actually pinging off of the Father card. For my women out there who actually are experiencing daddy issues. The reason why it is important to go through therapy and work that stuff out is because basically all you do is repeat the past, right? Like basically all you're doing is dating your father over and over and over and over again, and re-wounding yourself. That was actually the name of the Capricorn reading, was like stop re-wounding yourself, right? There's a need here. It's like you're trying. This Seven of Wands is giving me like Two of Swords vibes, where it's like you're refusing to see how going back to the past and continuing these patterns are keeping you just emotionally all over the place. Okay, Spirit, what is this Seven of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, Ace of Swords in the, remember I was saying, like, it's like you're not, it's like a self-delusion almost. You're lying to yourself about yeah, it's like you're lying to yourself about the nature of your relationships. With the Eight of Wands in the reverse and Death in the reverse, it's like the actions that you're taking are, Death in the reverse is like not changing, not like refusing not to change, refusing not to, and I'm getting that heavy with that Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like, I'm not changing, I'm not leaving, I'm not going, you know, and it's like not realizing that like it's Eight of Wands in reverse is blocked. Seven of Wands upright is backfiring. Like the more that you continue to go down this path, all you're doing is harming yourself. Okay. Spirit, what is this Page of Pentacles in the reverse? Got the Nine of Swords in the reverse again. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse with Death in the reverse again. I do want to clarify, we have Death now out here twice on the table. Wheel and Fortune in the reverse is bad karma. Death in the reverse is not changing. Again, not transforming, refusing to do something different. The Three of Pentacles is giving me home for some reason, or stuff done behind the scenes in a home, where there was, where that's unequal. Because of obsessive behavior, they're telling me. What I was getting off of this Page of Pentacles is a child. And we have the Ace of Cups here on the board. I'm just going to leave that there. So there's a need here to really look at your behavior, Aquarius. And maybe stop with the obsessiveness. Okay. Temperance Angel in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse as the outcome. My eye is twitching. The Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Temperance Angel in the reverse and the Four of Swords in the reverse, we have the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like someone has told you about your addictions. I feel like you know that this is what your devil is, right? This is why you're codependent. I don't know if this Emperor was a fire sign. He's coming up in the reverse here. He is pinging off of the Emperor. But following this is the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Cups in the reverse, which is, you know, the end of a end of a 3D contract and no reconciliation. I don't know what that's about, Aquarius, but I will say, like I said, the Temperance Angel being in the reverse next to the Four of Swords is an omen. You have the Page of Pentacles in reverse again here. The Knight of Cups in the reverse. You know, Spirit is really asking you to learn some sort of lesson here. There seems to be a decent, now the Hierophant again. Yeah, Aquarius, this is, you're not moving on to calmer waters. You're trapped in your mind. You're overthinking. You're being obsessive. You clearly have some sort of addiction here. There is, you know, arguments, fights, drama. I'm hearing pettiness in your life. There's a loss of, I mean, there's just loss here, and I'm feeling like someone needs to really reach out to friends and family and let them know where their mental state is, because I feel like this is a drug and a sex addiction that has just gotten out of control, and Spirit is asking you to fix that. Now, with my own addictions, right? Generally, people don't get clean and sober until things get really, really bad. I'm going to tell you right now, Aquarius, from what I see on the table, it's bad. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah. I highly suggest that you work that out. I don't think that this is necessarily a twin flame reading. I honestly think that this is a heal yourself and heal your wounds reading, Aquarius, because you're not going to be able to call in a soulmate when you're in this energy, okay? I'm going to go ahead and now I'm understanding the change in the reverse and the occupation in the reverse. It's like if you don't change, it's just not going to work, right? Like calling in a soulmate is just not going to work until you really heal the addictions in your life. All right, let's see what the Romance Oracle has to say for you, Aquarius. You have soulmate in the reverse. Worth waiting for, getting to know each other, and past life relationship. I feel like You had an Emperor on the table. You had a pre-Empress, but in the reverse. This worth waiting for and getting to know each other is giving me get to know yourself, get to know your childhood traumas, heal that stuff. Wait to, because in this worth waiting for, it's like two angels, right? Kind of cloaked in white. It's giving me very much detox. You know, like detox yourself, detox your mind, you know, really get to know yourself, and, you know, maybe you can work on trying to get that Emperor back. But I feel like with soulmate in the reverse, um, you know, you may have you have some work to do. Okay. I don't want to leave it on that. I can't leave it on that. So let's try and find something from the Celtic Tree Oracle. Let's see what the Celtic Tree Oracle has to say here. You want me to take Alder? Alright, the alder tree. What's interesting about this is that it's fair. It's just like a tall, spiny tree. Also, it's what I am drawn to about this card is all the yellow. So there's something here about healing your solar plexus chakra. And really getting to know your worth. That's the biggest thing about Knight of Wands energy, is generally when people are in Knight of Wands energy, it comes from a lack of self-worth. And that's what this getting to know each other was giving me. Like really having to get to know yourself, love yourself, recognize that you're a divine being, you were created whole, right? And just learn to love on yourself. Let's see. Alder, page 28. Okay. The alder, like the willow, is a water-loving tree. Its timber is oily and water-resistant, and therefore used extensively for underwater foundations. Parts of Venice and many medieval cathedrals were built on all alder piling. Its protection against plague. And it says the name Bran means raven. And to present day, the memory of the power of Bran's head is preserved in the legend attached to the presence of the ravens at the tower. Okay, so there's this ancient prophecy about this guy named Bran who, you know, basically his head was severed, but the druids believed that it was protection, so they would carry his severed head around in every battle, basically, and they would win. It's still actually buried, I believe, under a tower in England. Yeah. So anyways, it says the raven was rejected as a bird endowed with the powers of prophecy. Many birds were used by the druid as a means of divination by interpreting their movements and calls. But the raven was held to possess particular oracular strength due to its alert, intelligent, and knowing air. The alder can help you through the choice of this card to find spiritual protection in disputes. As Bran, after the battle, offered protection to his followers and their place of rest. Also, oracular strength as he spoke and instructed them on their travels and future actions. Okay. This card is all about protection after battles. And it seems to me right now, Aquarius, you are definitely going through some sort of a battle with codependency, whether that is opioids or alcohol or sex addiction or something like that. The alder tree, when they say oracular, they're talking about the voice. I am a huge proponent of words are magic. right? And so speaking your truth to a therapist, to a counselor, right, about what happened to you, about the father wounds that you experienced, right? Speaking to yourself, like in the mirror, and saying, I am divine, I am protected, I am whole, I am beautiful, I am worthy, right? I'm just getting a need for you to really speak life back into yourself here. Because that voice is what's going to provide your protection. I like this ending. Again, I will link some things below that helped me as I got clean and I healed my kind of, childhood traumas in the description box below. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.